today, okay, today we will be talking about key tips on how to transition the right way, okay? So for me, I started transitioning February 20, ooh, I lied. I started transitioning February 16th, that's right. And I have been, transitioning since then. So I've been transitioning for like a year and some change. That makes sense. I'm really thinking on whether I should cut it or not, because I'm not really, very sure if I should cut it. But when I finally decide to big chop my hair, I'm definitely going to put that on video, because that's going to be such a very emotional moment, if you know what I mean. Yeah. Okay. This has to be the most important, thing on the list in order for your transition to be A1. Like, this has to be the most important thing, because I cannot emphasize how much moisturizing your hair can give you. Because when your hair is not moisturized, it becomes brittle and it's basically into breakage. Which is why you think your hair is not growing. Like, your hair is growing the way it should be growing, but it's just that, all this what did I say? All this breakage, all this breakage cannot, it's basically because your hair is not moisturized. And so people need to understand, especially transitioning, because transitioning hair has to be the most fragile. Transition hair, when you're transitioning, that is gonna be the most fragile your hair will be. So anything can make or break your hair. So moisturizing, and not even just moisturizing, but finding out what works for you. Basically just, canceling and adding, subtracting and minusing what works for you. That will also really help you in the long run. Guys, I cannot emphasize this enough. Even though I'm still working on that. I go, man, I be going weeks without moisturizing my hair. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I'm not gonna stay here in front. These are things you should be doing, but that does not mean that I do them. I'm still learning. I'm still trying to hop on the wave. Still trying to get with the program. So, I feel like along the line, it's gonna get easier for me to do, because my hair is so thick. So it's moisturizing, you gotta divide into sections. It's so much. You guys don't what you put into your body really says a lot. Your body is a temple, and you should only put good things in it. And this is something too that I'm also still learning. Slowly but surely we will get there. But drinking water, it helps your hair grow. Obviously, it moisturizes your hair. It gives it some, it makes your hair nice. Drinking water promotes hair growth, basically. So if you drink water and if you get the right vitamins, you doing what you're supposed to do, then obviously that will also help you in your transitioning. It's gonna make it quite easier, because I know transitioning is so hard, but if you drink water, if you eat the right things, vegetables are also good, to keep your hair healthy, then you should be good. It should be a very successful transition for you. I'm praying that everybody who's watching this video, who plans on transitioning, who is who's thinking about big chopping already, I just pray that this video I hope it helps someone out there, basically. But conditioning. Deep conditioning will get your hair somewhere, I promise you. Deep conditioning, especially if you do not moisturize. Going back to tip 1, especially if you're someone who does not moisturize every day or every week. Deep conditioning, honestly, it will really help you. Especially especially for someone like me who does not even moisturize my hair. It's really gonna help you out. Because if your the moisture really gets into the follicles of your hair, if you know what I'm saying. It stops breakage. It does so many things. Deep conditioning is very, very key. But then there are so many ways you can do it. But as long as it's being done, then that's what matters. Deep conditioning. You can deep condition any way that works for you. You can use any deep conditioner. You can use anything you want. But deep conditioning, I have to say, it will really do your hair much justice. Especially since you're dealing with 2 different textures, it's going to make it way easier. Because I know how hard it is to even wash. Washing my hair, I see hell washing my hair. I'm not even gonna lie to you. My hair, it's the most Like, I don't have fun when I wash it at all. But deep conditioning will make it a bit easier for you because it's all tangled, your hair's matted, like so many things are up with your hair. But once you deep condition, I promise you that hair will be so soft, will be so silky. Like, deep conditioning, like, you cannot even avoid this, like, at all. When your hair is in a protective style, I promise you, you'll do nothing but prosper. Like, your natural hair will do nothing but prosper. That is actually what saves your hair the most because it protects it from the external world, protects it from breaking, protects it from so many things, honestly. And it's like, and at the end of the day, your hair is growing under that protective style. So that's the reason why protective styles are actually really good in transitioning hair and also natural hair. You know? Like, protective styles are like, you know, like, we need them. Like, people like always think black girls don't have hair and this and that. Well, that's not true. It's like, we have hair, we're just trying to protect it because that's why it is a protective style. Like, it will help you preserve the health and length of your hair, honestly. Like, it really will. And so it's like, anybody who's telling me like not to put on wigs, not to do weaves, like, you've really lost your senses because that's all you'll be seeing me in. That's all you'll be seeing me. I hope, you know, like these, so basically that's the end of my tips. Those are 4 major tips. The 4 major tips that will ensure that you have a very smooth transitioning. You know, like, it'll ensure that your hair is healthy. It'll ensure that your hair is moisturized by the time you actually do end up going natural. And like I said, like, I don't know when, I'm finally gonna big chop, but when I do, I will definitely put that on camera. But yeah, you know, like, just do what works for you. You know, like, use like the products that work for you. You know, do like what you think is best for your hair because like I said, we are not the same. You know, like, I'm not about to sit here and tell you, use this, don't use that. Like, no, like, that's not how this stuff works, honestly. Like, that's just not how this stuff works. But, you know, like, just do what's good for you. I want to talk about natural Nazis. Like, can we just talk about that for a few minutes? Because that's what I want to talk about right now. Natural Nazis are basically people who have natural hair and they go about policing others on what to do, how to preserve their natural hair, basically to stop getting relaxers. Like, they basically, you know, they basically want to sit here behind the screen and want to tell people what to do, like, with their hair, which I honestly don't even understand why those kind of people exist. Because at the end of the day, we're all different, and it's like, if I want to put on relaxers, I will damn well put on those relaxers. If I want to get a weave, I will do it. You know, no one has the right to tell me anything different. You're not in touch with your roots. Like, you're not this. Like, you're not like, like, what are you doing? Like, you're over here making up all these silly rules and excuses that have no business being even made. Like, you're telling me, like, just because a girl is relaxed or just because a girl is, you know, she wears weaves, that makes her, you know, not in touch with her roots. Like, y'all, just think about that for a second. Like, that doesn't make sense. Like, it does not make any sense. Because you cannot sit here and tell me, oh, that it's restricting, that the weave is... Let me tell y'all the story, okay? So, at my school, there was this discussion that was going on about... Okay, so it was a discussion, and the title was Africans versus African Americans. You know, like, why is there that demarcation? Why is there that line between us, right? And so one of the speakers, she came, and I don't know, we started talking about natural hair and stuff. And so she came and she was like that, obviously the woman was natural. Okay, so she was like,
that when you wear wigs or when you get braids, when you wear weaves, that it restricts you from getting to know your heritage, restricting you from the sun.
Like literally she was just there saying a whole load of stuff that did not make any sense to anybody. Like, we were all in the room like, what is she talking about?
What is she talking about?
Like, what is really going on? And then, you know, she was just basically like throwing shade at us just because we had our weaves and, you know, wigs, and you know, some of us had relaxed hair. Like, she was throwing shade, but she doesn't understand. The reason why we do these things is because, one, a lot of people don't even have time to be messing with their natural hair because they're school, they have work. Like, there's too much going on for them to be there in the bathroom for 2 hours doing their natural hair. Like, there's just no time for that. And it's like if people don't understand that, then what are you really doing? Like, I understand how you can sit here and tell me that weaves are what's making my hair prosper, in case you didn't know. Like, that's what's really giving me the health, the strength that my hair has. So it's like, all these natural Nazis, like, y'all need to just take a seat, because this is not what's up, honestly. Like, I just want to say, like, this is not what's up. You're not in a position to do. You cannot tell people what to put on their hair. Like, you cannot tell people what to do this. Like, I see people on Twitter all the time, like, they talk about oh, petroleum jelly is not good for your hair, that don't use it, like, if you use it, you trash, you this, you that, like, your hair won't prosper. And that's a lie. I just want to say that right now. Since I was a little girl, that's all I would put in my hair. That's the closest thing to moisture I would put in my hair. It's petroleum jelly. And my hair was still healthy, it was still long, it was still everything that, it was nice hair. So you cannot tell me, like, just because it didn't work for you, that doesn't mean it's gonna work for the next person. For me, I don't like Cantu. I don't like any of their products. Because why? Because it doesn't just do me justice, honestly. But I'm not gonna go to the next person and be like, don't use it, don't do that. I'm just gonna say, like, you know, like, if you try it and it works for you, like, you can go ahead and use it. But for me, like, it did not work for me, so that's why I don't use it. You know, I'm not gonna sit here and be like, don't use it, use this. Like, no, like, we are all so different. And that's something we all need to understand. Like, each person is wired differently. Our hair is different, the way it grows is different, the way, like, everything about our hair is different. So just because it did not work for you, that does not mean it will not work for that next person. But, you know, that being said, I am just going to round this up really quick. And yeah, like, I hope to see you guys more often, and I hope you guys want to see me more often, so make sure you like, subscribe, and we'll chat more. Okay? Okay.